is Pete now? Where's Pete now?
Where is he? Where is he?
Where's Pete now?
Where is he? Where is he?
Where's Pete now?
Where is he? Where is he?
The terrible train game.
This helicopter ride over Carlisle can only mean one thing. It's time for the Livewires and Ignite vlog. Let's jump right in.
Where's Pete now?
Is that a field?
Where's Pete now?
Is that a garden?
Where's Pete now?
Is that a lake?
Where's Pete now?
That's a cricket ground.
Where's Pete now?
Has he gone camping?
Where's Pete now?
Whose living room is that?
Where's Pete now?
That's a river.
Where's Pete now?
Whose back lane's that?
Where's Pete now?
Is that a field?
Where's Pete now?
Is that a garden?
Where's Pete now?
Is that a lake?
Where's Pete now?
That's a cricket ground.
Where's Pete now?
Has he gone camping?
Where's Pete now?
Whose living room is that? What up, dogs? Boom! It's time for Average Joe's Average Jokes.
Right, I've got some jokes for you, but sorry if they're a bit cheesy. What did the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello me! What do you call a cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese! What did the piece of cheese say to the ghost? Get away! I'm lactose intolerant. Why did Lewis Hamilton have too much cheese? Well, he just won the Grand Prix. When should you keep a close eye on your cheese? Well, only if it's up to no gooder. And last one, I'll get this pain over for you. What do cheese enthusiasts say at the pantomime? He's behind you!
I don't get it. Average Joe's average jokes. Signing out. Boom.
Have you ever had some really unusual dreams? Oh, maybe you've been chased by a giant rabbit, or maybe you've gone for a fake tan with the President of the United States, or maybe you've had to stand up in front of the whole class with nothing but your undies. Really unusual dreams. Well, the king in our story today, King Nebuchadnezzar, had a really unusual dream, and he wanted to know what it was all about. So he asked all of the wise men, all of the astrologers, all of the magicians in Babylon to help tell him what it meant. And he said, interpret it for me. And they said, well, tell us the dream. And he said, no, I've been fobbed off like that before. If you really know the interpretation of the dream, you'll be able to tell me the dream itself. Well, they were at a loss. There was nothing they could do. They didn't know. And they said to the king, look, king, nobody in the entire land will be able to tell you that dream. The king was furious. He was so angry that they wouldn't tell him the meaning of his dream that he sent them all for execution. That included our friend Daniel. Daniel and his friends, who we've been learning about all the way through these vlogs. Well, Daniel heard about this and realized he was going to be executed. So he ran up to the king's palace, said, King, great king, king above all, I need some time. Just let me sleep on it. Let me have a think, and I'll tell you your interpretation. Well, the king reluctantly agreed. Daniel went away, got on his knees, along with his three friends, and they prayed, and they prayed, and they prayed, and they pleaded with God to tell them the meaning of the dream and what the dream was. God answered their prayers. And in the night, Daniel himself had a dream, had a vision of the king's dream, and God revealed the interpretation to him. So he went back to the king, and the king says, do you know what my dream means? And Daniel said, yes, I can tell you your dream as well. He said, this is your dream, O king. You were looking at a statue, a great, magnificent statue. The head of the statue was made of gold, pure gold. The sort of shoulders were silver. The torso was bronze. The thighs and the legs were iron. But the feet and the ankles were made of a mixture of clay and iron. And then a rock, which was cut out of the stone, not by human hands, was launched at it and brought the statue collapsing down to dust. And the king said, wow, yeah, that's my dream. How did you know? How did you know? He said, well, God revealed it to me. He said, can you tell me the interpretation? Daniel said, yes. Yes, God's told me the interpretation as well. And the interpretation is this, that God has given you great power to rule over many people. You're the gold bit at the top of the statue. And there'll be other generations of Babylonian rulers, not as great as you, O king. You're the gold, but there'll be silver and bronze levels of rulers. But eventually, there'll be a time when there'll be a kingdom, but it'll be divided. It'll be like the iron and the clay. They won't mix, they'll divide. And at that time, God will send a boulder, as it were, to destroy those kingdoms. To destroy those kingdoms. But, O king, in those times, God will set up a kingdom, an eternal kingdom, an everlasting kingdom, a kingdom that will never be destroyed, a kingdom that will endure forever. And that's like that rock at the end, O King, that landed down, crushed everything else, but that rock lasts forever. Well, the king was amazed. The king fell down before God and said, "Surely, Daniel, your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings, and a revealer of mysteries. For you were able to reveal this mystery to me." Well, Daniel was promoted and given many gifts for the way he interpreted the king's dream. And Daniel gave all the credit to God. Well, we've been looking at whether is it worth worshipping God? Is it worth holding God above all others? Well, in this case, it definitely was, wasn't it? Because God helped Daniel interpret this great mystery, this great dream, so that he and his friends could live and gain even more in this life. How great it was that they worshipped God. You know, it's a really important lesson, isn't it? That God is the God over all. That he's able to interpret mysteries. And actually that he has a kingdom that reigns forever. The New Testament tells of a great mystery as well. A mystery which is how God's kingdom will not only reign forever, but there'll be people, not just Jews like Daniel, but there'll be people from all over the world, all tribes and tongues and nations, and they'll all be part of this one kingdom, which you can be a part of as well, by trusting in his son Jesus. So, there's a little challenge for you tonight. Why not trust God, trust his son Jesus, and be part of a kingdom that isn't made of gold or isn't made of silver, won't be ever destroyed, but a kingdom that will endure. I think it's time to leave him sleeping. See you later.
Guys, welcome. It's Buster here, the Bust Up Busker. And not only am I back for a second season on the Livewires and Ignite vlog, I've also been signed for a world tour. Look at this. So I'm going to be touring the world, singing songs to do with the places that I am in. What you have to do this series is guess where I am, as well as guessing the songs. So, where am I, and what songs am I playing? Just a reminder about the rules of Buster the Bust Up Busker. I'm still bust up, so I can only sing the first letter of words. In the choruses of songs, I can only sing choruses. And thirdly, I can only sing out of tune. Very important. That's one. Very important. Here we go. So where am I and what am I trying to sing? CAYEOPALOEL WMSAUWSAO CAYRBOPALOEL WMSAUWSAOA da 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 There's the first one. Decided to give you a bit of help at the end there. Okay, let's try this next one. UIOSLLVL SPAPYBLLVL HLADRAHSTCM SWWYOLLVL SLLVL. Don't need any help on that one, I don't think. And here's the last one. Here's the last one. T! T! There you go, that's your lot. See you next week on Buster the Bust Up Buskers World Tour! Guys, that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. Do comment below, do send me a message. I love to hear about people watching the vlog. And just a quick reminder about Ignite on Zoom this evening, 7:30, for those who are 11 to 16. It is so much fun, it is hard to put into words. If you want to come along, get your parents or guardian to send me a message at nathan.c@carlisle.baptistchurch.org. I will send them a link for you to join in with Ignite on Zoom. Thanks so much, everyone. Good night.